Hello, everyone. Leah Dixon from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am popping on for a little bit of an impromptu video this evening. I finally received my February paper pumpkin. I don't know, it got kind of lost and delayed, but it finally showed up at my doorstep. So I am here to share this kit with you. I'm super excited. I need some birthday cards for March, and this is a safari celebration, so I think it's going to be filled with some birthday stuff. But let's see. If I switch on over to my desktop, I will share with you. This is our beautiful paper pumpkin box. I love receiving these in the mail. So every month I get my subscription box arrives, and it's always filled with some kind of wonderful surprise. So let's open it up and check it out. Hi, Jacqueline. So here we go. I have got in here, oh, one of my favorite colors, a rich raspberry ink spot, a stamp set that has some great sentiments on here. We've got fantastic, happy birthday, congratulations, amazing, you did it. Oh, that'll be great for grad cards. You are so, I guess, so fantastic, so amazing. Let's celebrate, a little banner, yay, and then some leaves and dots and a cupcake. So super duper fun. Hey, Janice. We've also got a little advertisement in here for next month's paper pumpkin. This is for the March one. And you guys, this picture that you see in the background is just kind of a sneak peek of the gorgeous watercolored backgrounds that are going to be part of the March kit. The March kit is also super exciting because it's our birthday kit. And so we always get an extra stamp set. So you're going to get 2 stamp sets with this March kit. Oh, and just a little bit of information here about the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So that's kind of nice. And just a little bit of information here about sharing your moments. So your Stampin' Up experiences and sharing those with people. And there's a little QR code here to scan to see other people posting their pictures about their Stampin' Up experiences. So super fun. Wish we could do more in-person stuff, but I love the online that we do get to experience. So this all comes wrapped up, so I'm just going to pull that out of the box and put it off to the side here. So one thing, this has saved me. It used to irritate me that Stampin' Up packaged the stuff inside in plastic. I'm like, come on, save the plastic. And then one day it really poured rain and my whole paper pumpkin box got soaked. But my product was saved because it was in this plastic, and now I just don't complain. I was very happy that my product was saved. So here we go. I'm going to cut into that, and there we go. So it looks like, oh, this is so pretty. It looks like we've got some little faux sea glass in here. So this is like the white version in our faux sea glass that's in our catalog. And so these are just cute little rocks and stuff. I love them. Very sweet. So those will be fun to use. We get some dimensionals because, of course, a paper pumpkin kit is meant to be all-inclusive. So they send you everything you will need except for a pair of scissors. And then we've got these cute envelopes. So we've got a few different designs here. We've got 3 of those, and 3 of the yellow ones. So the fun little stripe on the envelope. Super cute. The color's not showing up great on my screen, but this is like a pool party, a pear pizzazz, and a so saffron. So super sweet. I love having the decorated envelopes for our projects. And then we've got our card bases. So we're going to be able to make 9 cards with this kit. I'm just going to put 1 of each kind of off to the side. Just going to slip this piece of cardboard back into the box so it's easy to pull these things out later. All right. And we've got, so I knew it was safari themed and that there was going to be some funny little animals. These guys are pretty cute. I love the hula hoop. Noah's mom is like an amazing hula hooper. So it'll be cute to do a fun little card for her. All right. So pull that one out. I know. I think there were a lot of packages being damaged by the rain. So I was glad that my first damaged package arrived after they had switched to doing the plastic. So it didn't actually get damaged. I was pretty upset though when I saw the box. The box had been like really, really damaged in delivery. And so I was a bit worried. So I was pretty happy when that wasn't wrecked inside. All right, so I'm just popping out one of each as we go along. So there's funny little antelope. I love the animal prints on these. Oh, wow. Okay, so I haven't been able to completely avoid seeing some sneak peeks of alternative cards. And I was wondering about those leaves and what they looked like. So those are gorgeous, and we get a whole sheet of them. Wow. All right, and then some vellum pieces. I was wondering about that as well. I had seen vellum, and I didn't know if people were cutting their own to add it to projects or if it was part of the cards. So very nice. I love vellum accents on cards. Oh my gosh, that is cute. A little rollerblading elephant. So sweet. All right. So I love paper pumpkins because on a night like tonight, I spent all day in workshops. It was Pro D today. And on a night like tonight, to be able to get a box of crafting stuff and not think, I'm just going to pop one of each out and do whatever the instructions tell me to do. It makes it so nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love designing cards, but there are times where it's just so nice to kick back, relax, and follow the instructions. All right, and then some mini glue dots. Those are fabulous. So this is the part, they always do send instructions. The instructions are full color. There's pictures, and then inside it, like literally right down to where do I put the glue dot, like zero thought required. So it is perfect. And of course, you know, you can do your own thing as well, or you can be like me. I don't super follow the instructions. I'm not the best at that. I'll give it a try, but you know, things happen. So to begin with, we're going to start with this little guy. Now I am going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat just because my table is like all scratched up and warped, and it can do some funky things to the stamps if I don't put something over top of it. All right, so it looks like this one says "You are so amazing," and that one is perfect. So I have to just read these backwards and figure it out. So I'm going to grab that. So now the "You are so amazing," I'm going to pop this onto one block. Now, if it's your first paper pumpkin, you will receive a block. And it's a perfect, well, here, I'll use one of the paper pumpkin blocks to put the amazing on. It is the perfect block because it fits pretty much every stamp size. And so when I'm doing a smaller sentiment, though, I do like to mount it so it's kind of up near the top so that I don't get too much excess block and I don't end up like making an inky mess on things. So now I am going to grab my rich raspberry instead of using the spot, and I'm going to stamp this. So I'm going to actually stamp my amazing first and then sneak the "You are so" in over top of it. So I'm going to put this down so it's centered and my G is still on my little banner. And then I'm going to grab the "You are so" and pop that right up above. Oh, now, interesting. What is going on there? I have a little dot of ink where I don't think I should. I'm not really sure about that. I'm going to just do a test stamp because I'm not sure why I see that little dot on there. I don't know if I over inked it or if I'm supposed to line that up with the eye. No, I just over inked it. Okay, good. Just wanted to check before I go into direct my card. All right, now let's see. Do I want this? I do want this right up above. You are so. There we go. So "You are so amazing." And with those being clear, they're very easy to line up. All right. So next up is to just start putting this whole card together. Oh, actually I lied. I'm supposed to do some stamping on this card front as well. Now, guys, I'm actually going to do a little something here that I don't normally do in my videos. I normally just make these straight up as they are because they're so darn cute. But this paper, I just love this, and I can't stand the idea of like kind of wasting some of it. And you'll notice with this card, I'm going to have that beautiful pattern on both sides, but like who looks at the back of a card? Like nobody. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you a way to get double from your cards. Normally I'd save this kind of thing for an alternative video, but I've got to do it right now. So I'm going to pop this on here, and I'm going to trim this down at 5 1/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 4 inches. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm going to pop this onto my trimmer here and cut it at 4 inches. So basically where that fold was, I've just cut that piece away. So I could even save this and use it, but I'm not going to be that thrifty today. I am going to just toss those 2 little strips that I got, and I'm not going to bother using them for anything. But these 2 big, beautiful pieces we are going to use. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to grab one of the I always keep a stack of pre-cut thick basic white cardstock, both in this long format and the like the tall format with the fold on the side. So I keep 2 stacks of those. I'm actually going to put this on here, and now we've got a white card base with that beautiful front, and I have this beautiful piece to use on another card. Because this is just really pretty, and I don't want to, I feel like that would be wasting it. I don't know. All right, now they do suggest that we use this cute little like bundle of rocks or something, I don't know, and stamp a few of these up in the top corner. So that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to sort of follow their instructions. All right, and just one little dab at the top. I'm going to keep that on a block because I feel like I'm going to need that again on some other cards. Okay, so with that done, I'm actually going to glue this right down to my card front. Now, if you really, truly like have no other supplies, then just make the card like they said, and use like your mini glue dots to glue this down. I have some glue, some liquid glue. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. You can use any adhesive you've got though. And I'm going to glue this right down to my card base. And I just feel so much better that now, you know, I won't have another elephant to put on this card, but I have lots of animals I can stamp, and I'll be able to make another cute card with this same beautiful background. Because this, I'm pretty sure this is either fresh freesia or like toned down rich raspberry, and I love the color. So that's done. I'm sort of following the instructions. I can do this. All right. Now we've got a beautiful vellum circle, and it's really hard for you guys to see, but there is actually stitching on this circle. So it's really quite pretty. We're going to attach this down, and now they say to attach it first and then add the elephant, and they show just putting 3 little mini glue dots. I personally like to do it a little bit differently because I'm worried I'm not going to line those up in the right spot. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to attach all the bits that they want me to attach, and then I'm going to put this onto my card front and put my adhesive on the back. So they are saying grab one of those, grab one of these, and I think there's a green one in there. There is. Oh, I love this guy. All right, so we're going to grab one of those as well. Now be careful pulling this one out because he seems to be just a little bit more delicate. There we go. All right, so 3 little leaves that we're going to pull out, and they're saying let's put some mini glue dots on the back of this before we put it down. So let's do exactly that. And they've given us these awesome ones. Now I actually already have a sheet started, so I'm not going to start this sheet. I'm going to put that off to the side and finish up the one I've already got started. Now, these do just pick up with your fingernail, but I like to use my Take Your Pick tool to pick them up because then I don't need to like have them touch my fingers and possibly stick to my fingers. So here we go. And they're just saying to put like 3 on here, just up the center. Same with this little guy. Just 3 on here, right up the center. There. And where are they showing? Okay, so this guy, they're just saying to put 2 on them, like way down at the bottom. That way, when they stick out, it doesn't matter because these are going to get covered up by other things. Okay, so with that done, we are going to place these on our card. Now, I am going to kind of like put this where, approximately where it's going to land. And now for peeling these backings off, you can use your fingernails or you can use the Take a Pick tool. Both are going to work. There we go. Hi, Cindy. Oh, you're not late at all. I'm just getting going. I was just saying my paper pumpkin got lost somewhere along the way this month. And so it's just arrived and I am very excited to be working on this. So here, I'm going to do this green one first so that I can make sure that these little guys get hidden and that extra adhesive on there isn't going to become an issue. So let's put them just like that. There we go. And then finally this little guy. All right. So got that and put that right like that. Now, these aren't super important about how, oops, that got glued down, how they go because a good chunk of this is going to get covered up with our sentiment. That's the word. So we did get all these awesome dimensionals. Now, my only word of warning with these dimensionals is don't mix them with your regular dimensionals. These are thicker than our regular dimensionals. Okay, now I'm only going to take half of these off. I'm not going to take this side off yet because it's going to like be off of my page a bit. Now I should actually get my elephant in here so that I can make sure to line all of this up right. Let's see, so bring him in. So I want to turn that a bit more, it looks like. And, oh, maybe not. Let's see. So I want this, it looks like, here, I'm going to lift it up entirely. See, another good reason not to have glued it down just yet. So I want that foot flat on the bottom. And I don't want my sentiment to be hidden behind the elephant. There we go. So it's kind of nice being able to do this with it not stuck to the card because then it might be all like wrong angles and stuff. Now I'm also only going to put dimensionals at the top and I'm actually going to put a mini glue dot down at the bottom because this is going over top of the sentiment anyways. And oh, actually I think maybe at the bottom I can put a dimensional. There we go. All right. So now we're going to pop this on here and make sure that we're not covering up anything we don't want to cover up and that foot is going to end up being straight with my words. So let's see, I'm going to go like that and I want it down like that. All right, so it's kind of nice that I was able to line that up. Now I'm going to flip it over. Now I can peel these off. And now I'm also going to attach some mini glue dots to the back of this, and I'm going to put them anywhere that I can see is covered up by an elephant or a leaf or a label or something. And now they only said to use 3. I really don't feel like that's enough to hold all of this on. So I'm going to use quite a few more. You have tons. I always have extras when I do these paper pumpkins. All right, so there we go. Tons of them everywhere. Oh, I don't know, Jacqueline. The internet has been crazy I was on a yoga conference this morning, and our presenter kept freezing up, and yeah, I don't know. There we go. Okay, so now with that whole thing done, just going to put this down so my sentiment is straight and her roller blade is on the ground. And voila, we are not finished. We have our little gems or sea glass to put on here. Okie dokie. So we're going to grab these, and it looks like they're being very, very generous with them. They're like, just sprinkle them everywhere. Sprinkle them everywhere. Put like 3 up here. It's kind of cute because it's almost the same shape as the pattern in the background. And then they said put a few over here as well, behind our elephant. And there we go. So it's a nice little subtle accent, but it's there, and it adds just a little bit of interest to our card. So super duper cute. I love this elephant. I don't know. The roller skates are fun. So that is our first card. And Cindy, you might have missed it. I actually took my card base and I cut it up. It was too cute of a paper to waste having this as the back side of a card. So I actually cut, instead of it being a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, I cut it into 2 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces. And I just put it onto a piece of thick basic white card base. And now I have an extra piece to create with because it's stinking cute. All right, first one done. Oh, I love it. All right, our next card. Oh, is the Antelope. I am trying to follow the instructions. I promise. Okay, so we've got this base, and you know what? I'm going to do the same thing with this one, guys. And let me just take a quick peek at, yeah, I'm doing it to all of them. So I might as well cut both bases right now. Just bring that paper trimmer back out because this paper is so sweet. I don't want to waste it. So we do this at 5 1/4. And then I'm going to cut these ones from the outside edges. That way I just am tossing the folds, right? So 4 inches. Sorry, I can't really get this. I guess I could turn my cutter around, not work with it backwards. I don't know. I always like to work with it backwards because it puts the numbers closer to me. But there we go. Now you guys can see a bit better what I'm doing. All right. And I'm going to do the same with this guy. So 5 1/4. And then trim these at 4. There we go. And one more. There we go. All right. So now I've got 2 extra pieces to use on alternative projects later. So I've got one of those and one of those to use later. And these will be for my projects today. Now, this is where it comes in handy. Oh, the strips on the inside of the card. Oh my gosh, Cindy. Okay, now I gotta go digging through my recycling bin to pull out my other one. Oh my goodness. So smart. And actually, I'm not going to use my paper trimmer to cut that because I won't get it straight. I'm just going to use my snips because I do want this to be the full 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut it right on that line. You are so smart. I was just going to toss them. All right. There we go. And my yellow one. There we go. So cool. All right. This is why I love crafting with other people. So those are going to go on the inside of my card. I'm going to save my green one and purple one. There we go. And where'd that card go? So I'm just going to grab this right now. Now you could use mini glue dots, which would be way less messy than what I'm about to do. I am going to use, I very rarely use this small end of my liquid glue, but tonight I'm going to. You could also use seal. That would work well as well, but I have trouble lining things up, so I like my liquid glue because I can wiggle it. Now I just put the tiniest bead on there. This stuff holds really well, you guys. It really does not need a ton to hold. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a space. There we go. All right. And it's done. We have that cute little accent on the inside. Thank you, Cindy. So cute. Yay. All right. So now this next card that we're going to create, it is a vertical card. So I'm going to go grab one of my bases that is vertical. And now they are actually suggesting to stamp that little rock thing down in the bottom again, and they're suggesting to do it in the rich razzleberry. I'm not entirely sold on that idea, so we're going to hold off on that. Oh, that's funny, Jacqueline. I always use the thick end. Like for right now, I'm about to use the thick end. I always do, because I can get just a little bubble of glue there and then spread that little bubble all the way across, so I get a super thin layer of glue happening. Yeah, that's funny that you don't use that end. All right, so glue that down to our card base, and then we've got a 2-for-1 card set. And I'm going to set that off to the side while I grab my large banner, and they want us to stamp on it. So we've got that one. Now we have a few choices. They've done congratulations. I think I'm actually going to do happy birthday because I need happy birthday cards like crazy. Oh, everybody uses the thin end. I guess I'm just the oddball. Okay, that's not quite big enough, so this is where our paper pumpkin blocks come in handy. There we go. That's just right. Excellent. So I'm going to do happy birthday on this one. And now I'm also an oddball because when I have to line something up like this, I like to do it vertically instead of horizontally. I don't know why. There we go. So we've got our happy birthday stamped on there. Now, if I was being good, I'd be cleaning all those stamps as we go, but I am not. I'm going to make a giant mess of my desk and then walk away from it and to deal with it tomorrow morning. So here we go. I'm going to pull out some more leaves. So they want a green one. Oh, one of these things again, but in the yellow. I think this is crushed curry, or maybe it's bumblebee. And one of these beautiful fresh freesia ones. All right. So cute. So again, we've got a piece of vellum. This time we have this gorgeous hexagon. Love it. And we're going to put our antelope on this guy. Oh, he's cute. So they want our antelope there. And then we're tucking our leaves in behind him. Oh, and he's got the cupcake in his hand. So sweet. All right. And then these guys are going top and bottom, above and below our sentiment. Okay. Cute. So we've got dimensionals going on the back of him and on the back of our sentiment. Now, they do show in the picture that when we're doing this, we want to use a dimensional up here in the middle. I am actually going to follow the guide for this one. In the middle and kind of off to the side again. And then for this guy, for the sentiment, we want them out at the ends. We don't want any in the middle because the sentiment's going across our little dude's body. And we don't want, and they did say to put 2 on this end. I'm not sure why 2 on this end and only 1 on that, but we'll find out, I guess. We don't want any that are going to kind of go between him and the bottom. Oh, that's so funny. Never knew it even existed. That's cute. All right, and I'm actually going to attach these right away, these leaves. And so these are our mini glue dots again. And so again, I like to use my take your pick tool to pick those up. There we go. Ah, come back. There we go. And do that one. This is so sweet. This leaf reminds me of the leaf in the Artfully Composed as well, which I've been playing with and getting ready for my team meeting. We're focusing on Artfully Composed for March. And so getting that all ready for everyone. All right. Oh, I forgot to put mini glue dots on this guy. So now when I'm placing this one, I am going to consider where that happy birthday is going to go so that I can get this guy positioned right. Okay. Peel those off. And now, in the description of tonight's video, I actually did pop in some information about prepaid paper pumpkin subscriptions. So you can get them in 1, 3 month, 6 month, I think a 9 month, and definitely a 12-month subscription. And the reason I brought it up for tonight's video is because on March 1st, the price of paper pumpkins is going to go up a little bit. And so to avoid that price increase, you can actually get a prepaid subscription and get the lower price. And like you won't get charged more down the road or anything like that. What you pay now, I'm only going to peel the top 3 off, by the way. I'm going to leave that one on for now because it's going to stick off the bottom. And so I don't want it to stick. So I want him up just a little bit higher. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so, oh, I put my dimensional on the wrong side. Haha. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. I got it. Okay, good stuff. And now our sentiment. Now, for our sentiment here, I'm only going to peel off the one side for now. Oh, flying. So yeah, you can get the lower price when you do a prepaid paper pumpkin subscription right now and kind of avoid that, that price increase for a little bit. So it's kind of a smoking deal. And the other reason is because that paper pumpkin I showed you earlier, the Beyond the Horizon with all that gorgeous watercolor painting and stuff, that's our next kit. And like, wowza, you do not want to miss that. And so if you can get it for the lower price, it would be awesome. And then the final advantage to getting a prepaid kit is that right now is Celebration still. And so grabbing a prepaid kit right now during Celebration means you earn Celebration rewards. So you actually are going to get free product for purchasing a prepaid kit right now. So it kind of doesn't make sense not to if you are interested in paper pumpkins and enjoy them. So even if you're already a subscriber, even if you already have a prepaid kit, you can do another prepaid kit and then just plug in that code in like 2 months or whatever when your prepaid that you're currently doing is all done. So it's pretty fabulous. All right, so now I'm going to peel off these extra dimensional ones that I had, and we're going to put this whole thing on our card front, and then I'll decide if I want. Now, the trick to this is I want to get it straight. There we go. And I want my whole sentiment on my card. Awesome. So that is on there. I'm kind of glad I didn't stamp this before because I would have totally put it in the wrong place. Oh, well, Jacqueline, you're not too late to do your prepaids because it's still available until March 20, or not March 28th, until March 1st, or basically February 28th is your last day because March 1st will be the new higher price. All right, so now we'll do that little stamp. I'm glad I waited on that. And now we'll add in our little sea glass. And again, they have just gone kind of wild with these. Just throw them on everywhere. Here we go. And one up there. And I think, yeah, and a couple down here too. There we go. Awesome. Oh, those are so sweet. All right, so there is our second card, and we're all done with that guy. Oh, he's so sweet. All right, and our last card, because like I said, we get 3 designs, and then you can make 3 of each. But then with the fun way that we have cut up these card bases, we'll actually get 6 of each. And we'll just have to find a different fun little animal to put on the front. So definitely expect to see me create some alternatives here and dig into my little collection of critters and throw some cute little guys on here. So this guy, again, I'm going to glue it straight down onto my thick basic white card base that I've created here. This is a good job for teenagers if you like to have all your craft supplies, just ready to go. I get my kids when the package of thick basic white shows up at the house. My oldest knows how to score it and cut it and get that on the shelf, so it's just sitting there waiting. So a nice way for them to earn a few extra bucks, and I don't have to do the tedious job of scoring it and cutting it. Oh, yeah, you can never go wrong with getting extra DSP. And the DSP this time around is so pretty. I love it all. Okay, so this is a square, so it actually doesn't matter which way it goes. Well, it's not a square. It's a square with the corners cut out, but there's no longer side to it. All right, so we've got that. We've got our last of our leaves, our last 3 leaves from this set. Now, I am going to tell you guys, because I have been seeing people's alternatives and fun things that they're doing, I would have just tossed this frame, but I'm not going to, because I saw somebody use this frame as a mask to use blending brushes and create some really beautiful patterned paper with these leaf shapes. So I'm actually going to hold on to this to use on another project. Oh yeah, it just saves so much time. I'm all about quick and easy crafting. If I have to do that extra step while I'm crafting, kind of turns me off of doing it. I'm super lazy that way. So I like to have pre-cut card bases so that I can just grab a card base and create. I'm like, I don't know, people say, oh, you're so organized. And it's like, no, I'm just super lazy. And yeah, that's what fuels my organization, is being lazy. All right. And this guy needs 2 on the back, just down at the base of the stem again. So you're kind of getting the idea. Although all the cards are different, they're all kind of the same. So we're going to grab these leaves. Now these ones I'm a bit more confident with how to put these ones on. A little less, because where they all meet is going to get covered up by a nice big circle. I'm a little less concerned about placing them correctly. I'm pretty sure I can do it. So that one's going across that top corner. This one's going to go across the bottom corner. Go. This one's all the way down here. And then this little guy, I might wait on, because I want to make sure I get him up high enough that he's not hidden behind the circle. So we'll wait for him. Okay, now we'll grab this little circle, and we've also got this green piece. Now, they did make it a bit tricky. We actually have to get this straight on our circle because they've left us lines to create a line. you like color bases, maybe you can cut a few of your favorite card-based colors. Absolutely. So I also have, not on the shelf right behind me, but in my filing cabinet, I have pre-cut, pre-scored card bases in some of my favorite colors. When I grab one to do one, I usually grab like 4 and do them up. All right, so now we have got You Did It, Let's Celebrate. And that's going to be a great one because grad's coming up and so much celebrating to do. All right, let's celebrate. Now, this one we could also put in the like You Are So Fantastic and just change where these different pieces get put, but I like the Let's Celebrate. All right. And both of these are going to get stamped again in our rich razzleberry. So let's celebrate. Here we go. Yeah, that's one done. And the You Did It is going to be the tricky one. I actually have to get this lined up. Oh yeah, I can do it. We'll celebrate if I can get this one straight. So I lined up the bottom of the Y and the top of the exclamation point. And let's hope that it worked. It worked. Awesome. Okay. So now this guy is going to pop on right there, which means, yeah, I'm glad I waited to put him on. I wouldn't have done him quite right. Okay. So let's peel these off. And try that again. So with that there, I want him looking up that way. There. Okay, so now that we've got that done, and I'm going to grab my monkey now, my little hula hoop monkey. That was the one I was going to make into a birthday card, but I guess I'll have to do another one with the monkey and make it a birthday card. I forgot that I was going to do them that way. Okay, so we've got our dimensionals, and we're going to pop him right on here. And let's see. There we go. So his hand just goes over the top of it and his feet just off the bottom of it. Now I'm going to grab the You Did It and put dimensionals on the back of that as well. There we go. And this is going to go right here so I can still see my my leaves. Now I do have one exposed dimensional. I'm going to pop another one on there and peel that backing off. And then I'm going to put some more mini glue dots. Now, I know I'm running out of mini glue dots here on this sheet. That's because I didn't use the one that they sent me. I grabbed one that I had already used a lot off of. So don't you guys worry. You get plenty of mini glue dots in your kits to do these projects. So you're not going to run out of mini glue dots as you go. Even though it looks like I am. So now that I've got those kind of all over the place, I put them where they won't be seen because there's things in front of them. I'm going to peel those off and we're going to adhere this to the front of our card before I add the Let's Celebrate. Okay, so I do want this kind of off to the side. There we go. Excellent. And now our Let's Celebrate is going to go on here, and I'm going to put a dimensional under the one end and a mini glue dot under the other. So that I keep it straight, I just kind of flipped it forward. Oops. Make sure you stick those on in the right spots though. There we go. And a mini glue dot on that end. There. Oh, hi, Lori. Oh, that's nice that you get to actually see somebody in person, Jacqueline? I know I haven't seen my doctor in person not since the summertime. It's kind of crazy. All right, so now with all that stuff attached, we've got that little like rock piece again to stamp on here. And so we're going to just pop that down here in this bottom corner. And then we're going to decorate with those beautiful sea glass pieces again. These are just so fun. I love them. Okay, grab that, put that there, and then a few more over on this side. And so really it's all about just popping them on where it kind of makes sense to you and doing what you think looks right. There we go. So that's our faux glass attached, and that is our last card. Now this one, I'm going to be able to grab that little strip as well and glue that to the inside. And so I'm running out of glue. We'll just shake that to the tip there. And put a little bead on there. There we go. And put this inside. So if you missed the beginning of the video, the little strip that I'm working with is a little strip of, it was actually the card base. I didn't want to waste this beautiful pattern on the back of a card base. So I cut it up into 2 pieces. And then this was one of the extra little strips from trimming it down so it would fit on a regular card base. And so I put that on the inside. And then so I'd only cut up these small ones from the card front. So for my green one to do that strip inside, I actually don't have one that's the right length because this is going to be too short. So I didn't actually put one on the inside of here. But I'm thinking I could actually do it on a diagonal on the inside because that's a diagonal anyway. So I could do like a diagonal there and trim off the excess. So I think that's actually what I'm going to do now because I don't want glue everywhere. I'm going to hold this in place and do that. That way I don't get glue too much off my card. All right, and just do a little cute diagonal like that. And then the trick to doing this and cutting this so that you get it straight is actually flipping it over and cutting it from the back. There we go. And cut this one from the back. That way you can see the exact line that you're cutting on because you're just following the base of the card. There we go. So just doing a cute little diagonal on the inside. And then because we've got that little space, I think I'm actually going to grab that little rock stamp that we've been doing and do a little rock stamp in there. All right. So these are such fun paper pumpkins. There we go. So a little stamp on the inside. So we've really truly used up all the bits that we possibly could. And I've got a whole bunch of extra pieces now. So watch for so many extra alternative cards because I just took a 9-card kit and turned it into what can possibly be an 18-card kit or more. Because I don't need to use those as full bases either. I could keep them as 5.5 and cut them down at like 2 inches and do a 2-inch strip. So you guys will have to wait and see what kind of stuff I create and what I post on my blog, which is where I do most of my alternative posting. So on my blog, stampinwithleah.ca is where you'll find the alternatives. So I should actually have some time to create this weekend. So watch next week for some fun alternatives from this February paper pumpkin kit. Oh, cute, not cut. That's funny. I didn't even notice the spelling mistake, Lori. I read it as cute. So thank you guys so much. I really it was nice to do a little bit of stamping on a Friday night. I don't always get that opportunity, so it was great that I was able to sneak down here, and kind of nice that my kit arrived late, because if it had arrived during the middle of the week, it would have been chaos. So thanks everyone. Have a great night. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I'm teaching a class. I tend to do classes on the last Saturday of the month. I don't have my March one advertised yet, but watch for that soon. I do have my April 2nd Waves of the Ocean Stamp Camp advertised though, and you can find it on my link tree. And actually I've got to get it up on my blog tonight too, so you'll be able to find it there. So it's a gorgeous stamp camp coming up. Ange McKay, Lori Wilcox, and I are putting that on. And I do have a Cactus Cuties card class. The deadline to register for that is actually February 28th. So if you're interested in that. And then, of course, celebrations on, and you can choose 2 free stamp sets if you grab a starter kit. And then that also gives you access to my team meetings. And if you register by the 20th, well, you have to register to get celebration rewards by the 28th of February. You'll actually be in time to get in on our first, on our March team meeting. They happen on the 2nd Thursday of each month. And I call it the world's cheapest card class, because for $7, I offer my team a full make and take and everything for a card class that I would normally charge $25 to $30 for. So, and then they've got ideas and all that, and we're featuring the artfully composed stamp set and dies. So that's another thing that I have offered. And then I also have my monthly club. We meet on the 4th Thursday of every month. So lots and lots going on if you're looking for other stamping opportunities, and I'd love to have you join me for some of them. So have a great night. Oh, and then of course my last Celebration Sunday is happening this Sunday. I gave it a try, seeing how it went, doing Sunday morning Facebook Lives, and I might be back with some other stuff, but I liked having the focus and not just having it be a random stamping, but that I had the celebration focus. So this Sunday's my last one. I'll be live on Sunday morning, and you can find the event for that through my Facebook page. So you guys have a fabulous night, a fabulous weekend, and maybe I'll see you online this weekend. Bye, everyone.